Welcome to the Matcha Talk podcast, the podcast that brings you positivity and good vibes to your day.
Turn up the volume to listen to the hosts, Liam and Net. And don't forget your cup of matcha. Welcome back to the Matcha Talk podcast. Today we are joined with an award-winning independent filmmaker and the first woman filmmaker from Manipur to bag a national award for her debut documentary film, Autodriver. Not to mention, she has been recently awarded from Jargon Fest for her film, Andro Dreams. She's a single mother of two and a good friend of ours. Please welcome Dr. Meena Longjam. Yay!
Thank you so much, Liam and Nat, for having me at Matcha Talk. I'm equally excited. Yeah, equally excited, to hear all the questions coming from both of you.
Thank you. Thank you for being here, Meena.
Well, thank you. Coming from you, a woman, a first woman in Manipur to win an award, that big, it means a lot.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, I'm the first woman from Manipur to get national award from President of India was historic, for Manipur and for me. So
Wow.
I'm extremely proud of that moment.
It's
Yes.
amazing. You go, girl.
As we already know, like who you are, would you like to introduce yourself to others out there that might not know you yet?
Okay. My name is Meena Longjam, mother, single mother, woman, documentary filmmaker. I also teach in university. I'm an assistant professor, and I have been using documentary as a tool to voice for the voiceless and to press on issues which are usually, diverted or which are usually not given platforms. So I have been using documentary as one of the main impact tool for our society and for our country.
Mm.
Yes.
It sounds like you are doing a lot, as of right now. So, when did you decided to pursue you becoming a filmmaker?
Actually, I never thought I would become a filmmaker. I never thought I will venture into documentary filmmaking. But, our state, Manipur, which is border to Burma, like it's 3.5 hours that you can reach Burma from Manipur. We
Mm.
are, most of the time, we had lots of law and order, problem situations like lots of operations of the, militarizations and all have happened in our state. So, our state has been often conflicted. So, but most of the mainstream media, as you know, in India, there are so many news channels, but they will hardly portray the right news from our side. So it was very important for someone to come into those, field and tell our own stories. So I felt the most powerful tool, for me that time, I felt documentary since I have done mass communication, but I never pursued mass communication thinking I will end up, doing documentaries. So
Mhm.
that's how I ended up, like taking a subject, which is, that auto driver, which won me national award, an auto lady, it's like she was actually, she's an ordinary auto woman, but the kind of dream and she has in a place like Manipur, which is often conflicted, it was just amazing to follow this woman and her dreams. So all those chasing documentary was one of those tools, and I started pursuing, you know, like onwards because we need it as well in Manipur because we don't have a platform to say our story to bring to the other people, to the general public. So I started, venturing into this segment so that I can voice for my people. Yes.
Mhm.
I think that's amazing, like being a filmmaker, because like you get to like showcase a person's life, you know what I mean, like in daily basis and different types of careers out there, you know.
Using this platform to technically spread the word and show the world actually what it's like and what's going on in the country.
Yeah.
How was it being a woman in the film industry? And like mostly it's like always been dominated with men. How was that for you? Like entering
Yeah.
the game?
It's like, only very few women filmmaker exists in Manipur. Not even
Mm-hmm.
just, if I count, it's just me and one of my colleague, woman. Only we both are the one from Manipur who have been, telling stories through documentary. Even women are few in fiction, in feature film section as well. So I think because women are already loaded with so many responsibilities back at home, being a mother, and they have got multiple things to do in their life that they cannot have the liberty to venture into what they want to do in their life. So it is
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
it's very difficult. Either you end up like becoming doing all this, like multiple personalities that you have to start living because you really want to do it. So you have no choice, but you have to become multiverse, for women. So it is very difficult. And as a woman filmmaker, it has not been easy to, get back home late at night, or, to venture out with guys for editing, because there are
Yeah.
very few women behind the cameras, and there are very few women on the editing tables. It is like, but slowly I think, if I see globally how women are rising ahead, even in big festival like Cannes, Oscar, how women are raising their voice for more
Mm-hmm.
stake, for more award. It's just crazy, the power of women. I really feel that we should not we should not fear, or we should not suppress our passion. We should just venture
Yeah.
into the the men and women. It doesn't make any differences. I feel that if you
Yeah.
want to do something, you just venture on, and you just forget what the society is saying, or
Mm-hmm.
what uh, inconvenience you have. I think if you want something, nothing matters. That's what had happened with me.
Definitely.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it just like the gender, like it's we've been fighting for it for a long time. They saying like woman is not capable of doing such a thing. Only men can do it. And
Mhm.
now we're adding the LGBTQAI in the conversation as well.
True,
The
true.
trans women on trans men, continuous conversation. But I
Yeah.
love that you made like a pathway and also like just giving like, hey, as women can do this, as a woman in color, a woman a woman as well can do filmmaking. And look at me, I'm winning awards, which is really cool. Yeah.
Yes, I really do feel that, with little bit of this appreciation and motivation that comes with award, I feel I could really motivate more and more girls and women, or in a sense, not like really differentiating any gender, but to venture what they really want to do in life.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, like sometimes social norm can be really difficult to break out from. But
Mm-hmm.
I think you really show people that, like, if I can do it, so do you. I
Mm-hmm.
know it just sounds so handful. Like even us, think about, oh my God, today we have to do this, we have to do that, and I'm like already tired. I can't imagine you, be assistant teacher, be a filmmaker, be a mother, be the activist, all of the
Mm-hmm.
above.
Yeah, it's been really crazy, but for things you love, you just everything just happens.
Yeah, like with all of those, title in your name, like does your children know that who you are, or what do
Yes,
they
they completely know who I am, and I'm like, I have to compromise on my timings with them. They
wow.
really growing up, and they do understand, and I tell them that this I'm doing for the future, this I'm doing for you
Mm.
guys.
Yeah.
So when you grow up, you will see a more equitable society. Will you guys will be proud of your mother. So
Mm.
Oh.
I think
yeah,
they
so
are.
yeah, I really teach them that this is not woman job, or this is not a man job. Like, if
Exactly.
if a man enjoys the food, woman cooks equally. I mean, woman can enjoy what men's cooking. So I think,
Mhm.
yeah.
Mina, like being a single mother of two, like you technically took the role of a man and a woman as well, that parental role. It's
Yeah.
like, and how do you balance like work life and life in general?
Yeah, actually, I have a very loving family in a sense.
Mm.
Despite being a single mother, I stay with my parents, and
Mhm.
in that way, my parents come as a great rescue. To take some time to babysit my children, or sometime to take care of them. So in that way, I'm very lucky to have a very loving family and siblings all around. So in that way, I would say not all is lost. Like
At least you have
I'm,
that
mhm.
support.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I'm glad that they're there for you, to help you, so that you can also pursue your dreams.
yes.
Exactly.
What if your kids want to follow your footsteps? Would you recommend that for them?
Yeah, absolutely. Recommend them anything they want to do in life.
Mm.
Actually, I'm not going to stop them from saying that, yes, this is a guy thing, so you should be doing this. This is a girl thing, and so you should be doing that. I'm never going to do that. Once my
Oh.
son, he demanded for this kitchen set. There's this toy with it comes with this kitchen set, small utensils and thing,
Mm-hmm.
and he wanted to play with it. And the shopkeeper, he says, these are not for boys, these are for girls. And I said, shut up, my son wanted to play with this. What is your problem? So I
Yeah.
and I bought that for him, and he played. I call my nephews, to join, and all the guys. I had my family to. You must play kitchen set because kitchen. This is it's always about that it belongs to women.
Yeah. I love it. You're trying to break that norms. And maybe he want to be a chef. Who knows?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what exactly So let them pursue, let them experiment, let them venture into
Hmm.
whatever they want. So
Yes.
yeah,
Because
So
I would
Mina,
love that. As a
yeah,
kid, I would love to have those little tiny kitchen set.
yeah.
oh God, me too. I had like the
Mm.
Barbie like dream house too, and I always played the mother. Like in the one of those like you play house with your friends, right? And then they're
Yeah.
like, okay, I'll be the dad, I'll be the kid, I'll be the mom, I'll always the mom. And then I always like make sure like we always have this like pretend toys like that has like
Mm.
the food, like the turkey, the chicken, everything there.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then
Oh my God. Yes.
and then we would like play it, and then like we would be like, like play with those tiny Japanese, like like cookingware. Yeah.
Oh my
That's so
God.
cute.
All right, so we have a new segment in the Matcha Talk podcast.
Okay.
Okay, it's called the Matcha Talk Fast Talk.
Right. So, welcome to the fast talk sections. First questions: coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Beach vacation or mountain retreat?
Brief vacation.
Oh,
Mm.
she's a bee.
Cats or dog?
Dogs.
Me too.
Ooh.
All of us, actually.
Yes.
Books or movies?
Movies.
Of course. Are you a morning person or a night owl?
A night person.
Me too.
Things I really like. I always a late riser too. Yeah,
Yes.
Mina, for
yeah.
entertainment purposes, music or podcast?
Music.
Endless time or limitless wealth?
Endless time.
Ah. Taylor Swift or Miley Cyrus?
Miley Cyrus.
Always be right or never make a mistake?
Always right.
Sorry, because she's a Taurus, y'all. She's a Taurus. If anyone knows zodiac sign, she's a Taurus. And she's always like, no, this is the right way to do it. Okay, so if you have a superpower, super strength or mind reading ability?
Mind creating ability.
Ah.
I would pick that too.
Yeah.
To be honest, I'd rather have super strength because like when you like read people's thoughts, you're like always gonna be conscious of everything, no? Or
Yeah, but if you be able to read people's mind, your life would be so easy.
Wait, what?
Because you know what they want and don't want, things like that.
Always speak your mind or never speak again.
Always speak your mind.
Of
Sorry.
course. I would pick that too. I would say all the things I want to say. If you don't like me, well, I'm going to keep talking.
Girl.
That
Great, Mina. So, with all of these achievements you have gotten right now, what one thing do you want to leave people with? Like, after all of this filmmaking, advocacy work, and all of this stuff, what do you want people to live with?
I don't know. I want, like, it's not really easy when people say, like, live in peace, live in harmony, live with love.
Mm,
The world we live in has become very, very complex
Hmm.
because
true.
I think we humans have been very exploitative ourselves. We have
Mm-hmm.
been very exploitative towards nature, and we have been doing that for many, many, many years,
Yes.
and that is getting rebound to our own catastrophe because of what we have done to nature. And I feel the most important is we need to limit everything. We need to limit FMCGs, we need to limit merchandises, we need to limit the number of smartphones that they build every month, every day, new models come in. All the e-waste, all the scraps all around the world, all the, it's just crazy commercialization the world is, getting into. Even as easy as, when you want to invite a friend to your home for
Mm-hmm.
food, to introduce your culture, such things are even have people have started selling as a commodity to tourist people to attract. And I feel then you're losing the whole idea of humanity. You're losing the whole sense of that how you welcome your tourists at a home or any friends at a home, whether it's stranger or not. So
Yeah.
everything has been so badly commercialized. I think we need to love back nature again. I feel we should start you know to understand that we are also nature, and if we exploit the nature, I mean, it is we exploiting ourselves.
Hmm.
That we should cut down and limit ourselves, that this is enough of experimentation, this is enough of consumership in this world that is going on. So we should put a limit to everything, because the world is like getting more and more exploitative, and it's just great scary, and it's rebounding back to us. Look at the nukes, look at the ammunitions, look at the sophisticated weapons. All the big countries like even America, Russia, and all boasting of, or North Korea as such boasting of. It's just crazy.
Exactly. It's like, have you noticed, like, this year itself, it's just like there's always like wars. European countries, Palestine now, and your country itself is just
Yeah,
continuously crazy year for
that's what
everyone.
Yeah.
Mhm.
human bleed. When you scratch yourself, you bleed this blood. People have started forgetting that deaths are not just numbers. Deaths are human. Deaths are like dying of a human being, dying of a child is the
Mhm.
emotion, is the loss in a family, it's the loss of somebody earning in the family, it's the loss of
Mm.
somebody's love. There's so much human being, I mean, the life of human being has been considered as if it's of no use. We are just like a commodity or something. People talk about deaths in numbers, 1,000 dead, 200 injured. They're just talking in numbers as if it's some currency. It's so sad.
Hmm.
Pretty
Yeah,
sad. Yeah.
yeah.
Like, I know your situation right now in your country, in Manipur itself right now, it's just really heartbreaking what's going on with your
Yeah,
people.
that's what, like, in last 5 months I have seen violence so close. I have I've completely seen violence very, very close, on personal experience. All like nearby relatives and friends whose house has been burned down overnight, and they're on the street. Their family
Mm.
members are killed.
Wow.
It's really terrifying. And there are more than 70,000 that have been displaced, 5,000 houses and villages burned. It is just sad in war and conflict are treated, because it has been difficult for the civil and for all the innocent life, for losing to guns and losing to hatred. And
Mina, like I want to like add something. Like we and Ned, we tried to book you so for the longest time, and it's been like really difficult because of your situation currently in you're currently facing.
yeah,
And I think we tried to book you since July, August. I think August, right? August.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's been a long
we tried to.
time.
Yeah, and it's so hard, and you would say, "Oh, the internet's down. We had to go through
Hmm.
this."
it's
Yeah.
And I had to go through to my friend's house just to get to this to get us to do the meet and greet, and it's so hard. I mean, me and Ned trying to empathize that in our way, like wow, like I can't imagine to live in a society in that way,
Mm.
especially now. There's still some
Yeah.
in a society some people live in. It seems to be backwards and wrong, and awful. What is your future plans for Manipur? What currently in your ability right now?
actually, for we are a democratic country,
Mm-hmm.
though democracy sound very nice in books, but with the kind of powerful people with money, it is very easy to manipulate democracy, I feel. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
this is my opinion, and this opinion after seeing a series of political leaders not really able to govern the state properly. So
Mm.
it's really sad to see that, despite we feeling that proud of a democratic country, sometimes I feel that instead of democracy, like, what about a federal, and what about even monarchy would have been better. Sometimes I even feel that, though it sounds crazy, but though how much in books it looks nice, having all the that for the people, by the people, of the people, but it
Mm.
is like, public people, because there are certain the system has been so corrupted, and because there are so many loopholes, because there is no proper job creation, there is no
Mm.
proper employment. So people have come down to either get into corruption, or people have come down to means to survive, in a
Mm.
broken place like ours. So because of that, I think it is sad, but I really wish women still have some vision and capability, I feel, because women, I think they have the power to change negative to positive situation, and I feel we need more women leaders in politics in Manipur.
Mhm.
And the whole we recently India have recently announced 33% stake in the parliament. I wish that come through soon, everywhere, because we need more women political leaders to look into our state, because it's been really crazy, because I feel all the guys, they just love, they feel it's a GI Joe or some kind of you know some kind of that game you have, kill each other.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mina, like me and Ned spoke to Mr. Gay World a few weeks ago, and he spoke about the advocacy. He did the advocacy for transgender rights. Doesn't mean like he has to be transgender to advocate that. You in your film in itself being in the Matcha Talk podcast, advocacy of talking about what's going on in Manipur continuously, that's a really a movement. You know what I mean? You're doing already a big movement already for them, and I think you should props you for that. And I think there should be more people to communicate in their platform in regards of this, what's happening right now.
Yeah. it's been 175 days, we still don't have the mobile data working. Only few people, they feel the broadband Wi-Fi honor are privileged people. They do some undersigning, and that's how they get internet in Manipur. That is just 3%, broadband honors in Manipur. So
Hmm.
it is just sad. The rest 97%, they are like not having internet, and I feel lots of voices who really wanted to say things about what's happening has been completely shunned.
Hmm. Yeah. I can't imagine without internet, like I don't know, at this time and you're
Exactly.
like,
That's
no
what, like,
internet? Mm.
no, like being a filmmaker, I have been missing opportunities. I have been missing events. I have been missing lot many things of friends who are worried about me. They have been
Mhm.
missing a lot of things because of the internet, and it's just crazy. Like, it's just too
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
And I
just lim-
also
Mhm.
agree with the fact that like we do need more like women in the leadership role. It's like all around the world. Like I feel like women need to be included more, and more women should take a step and take more bigger responsibility. I know, be a leader is not easy, but at the same time, I think women need to show what the society need for all of us, because sometimes women have different opinion than men do. Like
Mhm.
we have this
Mhm.
nurture and like that soft side. Not all women are, but at the same time, like we have that like motherhood kind of. So sometimes opinions need to be think thoroughly before like, oh, it's gonna be a law. But like most of them make by men's, like even in the United States, and sometimes it's really unfair.
Absolutely. Yeah. And like in any like industries, such as per se like corporate jobs, there's a lot of
Hmm.
like men in the corporate leader ladders, and
Yeah.
there's more like there should be like at least an equality nowadays, like especially like pay, like
Mm.
women's pay, and men, versus that, and having like an equal pay as well.
I feel, with time it has changed a lot. I'm just, happy with all the wonderful women in this world who have brought, who have moved push for us to be able to come out, talk like this.
Hmm.
It, it's because of them that we are today. So
Yeah. Thank you,
I'm proud.
Net. Just kidding.
I mean, yeah.
Like going back to the internet situation, I just felt like it's such an emasculating thing to do to get rid of that internet, like
Mhm.
usage for everyone. You know what I mean? Because like that's part of our identity nowadays.
Totally live in the digital world and just ripping
Mhm.
away digital rights from person. Mainly has been deprived of so many things, deprived of functional ways to get her like on the bank or
Mm.
pay through the UPI. So everything is done on the smartphone, and when you don't have internet, just lifeless. Everything seems very handicapped.
Yeah. Do you have any advice for any aspiring filmmaker like you out there? Maybe woman, out there right now of color. Mhm.
My advice, want to jump into documentary filmmaking, is that don't worry, because people always think about the equipment. High-end cameras which cost so much, then high
Mhm.
computers for editing which cost so much. But I feel if your content is powerful enough, you can even use an iPhone to film the whole story, which I have shot on my iPhone, and it works. Utilize to your maximum strength. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so humbling to hear from Mina, the award-winning filmmaker, telling you that, oh, I use my iPhone sometimes, which is okay.
Mhm.
That's such a humbling. Like, wow, like
Yeah.
she's a human being like us. Doesn't have to have a professional camera and stuff. Because like a lot of podcasts or YouTube or filmmaking, they always have to have like I had to invest on better camera. I had to get the most expensive one because I wanted my craft to be out there, or else I'll be like Mm-mm.
Yeah, I think people just need to make the use of what you have, you know. Like you said, like even an iPhone cameras can do video. I feel like some content better than no content, right? Capture the
Yes.
moment rather than just let it pass. If it
Yeah.
passed, then no one's gonna see it. And if you want to produce it now, you know, just get start with something. It might lead you to somewhere, and then from there you can expand. But if you're never gonna start, just because like you don't have the right equipment or whatever that is, then
Yeah.
you're never gonna start, right?
Mina, like with your film, as a American, we wanted to see your film. Is there any platform that we can see your film here in America?
My Andrew dreams right now is, traveling in various film festivals. I'm still sending, and film festivals luckily are, still selecting. So hopefully some film festival, who would select my film, then it would travel to your country as well.
And shout out to Frameline out there. Come on, as the Frameline, we have an amazing woman of color, has a award winning. Come on, notice her. And I hope you come here in California, Mina, so we can hang out with you soon.
It's totally, lots of hard work to go get there at that stage, because I'm still struggling to do my craft as best as possible. For me, my content is the most powerful. There might be camera movement, there might be, you feel that, the quality of the video is not good, but for me the content, I think, is the most powerful. And yeah, I will not, let it pass. I wouldn't mind even capturing it on my phone and putting it in my documentary. So that I have done a lot.
Mina, you've been a friend of mine, for a while now. And I just want to say thank you because you're the one who encouraged me and also Ned to continue doing this podcast, actually.
Absolutely.
Like, I was like talking to you on the phone before, walking my dog and crying to you. And you know, remember that? Like,
But see, when you don't have to think so much. When you want to do something, you have to start. How much ever small it is, how much ever you feel like it is a low investment, you just have to start from the scratch and keep adding on later. When you progress with it. So that start, that baby step that you have made already, made you accomplish in what you want to do. So I think so.
Mhm.
You did exactly, and I'm so happy that Matcha podcast is running, very successfully now, and like I really, wish millions and millions to follow your podcast, and more people, like in a sense, people who you wanted to give voice, like how you are approaching from Manipur, which is like people will not understand, like people won't even know where Manipur is from, but
Mhm.
when you met me, and like when communicated me, you felt about me, and you're giving me this platform to talk about the kind of struggle I'm having here. I mean, such kind of podcasts need to have more and more avenues. I'm really, really grateful to Liam and Nat, for bringing me in. Yeah.
when I pitched her the idea, she was like, "Oh my god, let's go ahead, let's get her, let's go get her in." Like I'm so excited that people of color, especially women, we need to like showcase them. Liam, and she's like, "Yeah, that I know. Let me talk to her and stuff." And then it's really a teamwork, to be honest. And you're right. It may be like at the beginning, maybe like nothing right now, but in a long term run, like in a way that we're making a big impact. We're making a big impact on their life by showcasing an important right now, like
Mhm.
you and your filmmaking, some people talking about transgender community, some people like not knowing some drag kings, for example. Like,
Mhm.
like having those like topics in a podcast, I think that's really important. And I was inspired because how you so like brave, courageous, coming from this
Yeah.
society that's like limiting women, but you're like, oh no, hold on. Let me make a film about everything. You're very inspirational, Mina, what you stands for. And maybe right now, someone out there hearing from you like you can film your film in your phone right now. They're probably
Mhm.
gonna do that now because you just said that message, you know.
Yes.
You know, Mina, what's happening right now? Watch a Talk podcast. We're so excited to collaborate with you with this upcoming projects with Manipur. Me and Ned were planning this restlessly at night. How to make this happen of your foundation. We're so excited to announce this around November. And if anyone's listening right now in November, we're gonna launch it pretty soon.
Oh, finger crossed. I'm like so
Yeah, finger crossed. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. For the last one, hurrah! We have another part two of the Matcha Fast Talk. Alrighty, are you ready, Mina?
I'm ready. I'm always ready.
Oh, she is born
I
ready.
know.
All right, boba
Yeah.
or no boba?
Boba.
Rice or noodle?
Rice.
Hot weather or cold weather?
Cold weather.
If you could time travel, where do you want to go? The past or the future?
Future.
So, if you have a superpower, do you want to fly like a bird or swim under the water like a dolphin?
Swim under the water.
World without any books or live in a world without any music?
The first one. Like live in a world without books is fine, but without music, I don't think I can survive.
Oh my god.
That is true, though. I mean, because you're a film producer, so you watch
And,
films and music and sound. So imagine with no music.
oh, I would feel as if I've gone deaf and dumb without music. I feel completely non-communicative. I feel as if I am completely detached from this world. And I have different, albums in my iTunes. I just, group it in certain sections in my library and take it out. And wherever my mood is, I'll just switch to that. It gives me the kind of vibe and it gives me energy again.
Yeah. The vibe that you need for the day. It might be happy, sad, crying, raining.
Yes, I have my own folder I create.
Oh my god,
Okay.
Nina has this meditation music net in
Yes.
Spotify. She sent it to me and I love it. It's been like helping me to sleep like last year when I was difficulty of sleeping. I play that song and I'm like, oh my god, it feels like I'm like in the lake right now. And then I wake up in the next morning, I'll be singing with the birds, like, oh.
You also, if you have a meditation category on your iTunes, what are another one that it might be interesting category?
I like Buddhism chanting so much as a meditational music.
Yeah.
Yeah, very therapeutic, and very soothing.
Yeah. I listen to that too sometimes, like in the morning. It's kind of like a way to like start off your day peacefully, I would say, and more hopeful and kind of like remind yourself to be a good human being.
It's kind of
And so either you can explore the depth of the ocean or journey to outer space.
journey to outer.
Are you sure you don't want to be in the ocean? You just said earlier you want to swim under the water like dolphin.
Yeah, but still, because since I've already got that choice, so why not travel outer space?
You know,
True.
she's probably like, there's so much problem in this world. Let me get out of here.
Let me find another home somewhere else.
Goodbye.
Shoot me in the moon.
I can't. I'm so sorry.
Please
All right.
find us another planet to live, please.
Oh. This is the hardest one because I know Mina so well. Alokman or JBN?
Oh, JVN. Oh my god, how can you not like JVN? Jonathan Pan, of course. Jonathan Pan is like, he looks like a Jesus to me.
Living Jesus.
I can't even. I can't breathe. I swear, talking to Mina, there's always past. There's no tomorrow. I swear.
I hope that he can hear this, that he look like a living Jesus.
I think he probably knows. Yeah,
That he look like Jesus?
yeah, probably.
So like very cute, like it's really really cute. Yeah.
All right, so this is our episode of the Matcha Talk podcast. I'm Liam.
I'm Net.
And Mina, thank you so much for coming here from Manipur. And also, and we love you here big time. Bye, guys.
Bye.
We hope you enjoyed our episode of our podcast today.
Before you go, please make sure to follow us on Instagram, matchatalk_podcast.
Don't forget our TikTok account. It's Matcha Talks. All right. We hope to hear from you soon.
Bye.
Bye.